Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you so much. Good morning. Welcome. I'm Karen McGuire, and welcome to Unity Spiritual Center in the Rockies, the light on the mesa. Now, if you would join us, Mark, with our mission statement. Thank you. All right, if we will all join in. We are an affirming, heart-centered community, co-creating spiritual evolution and illuminating pathways to the divine presence.
Let's sing our love. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. Dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace again. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace into the world. Needed some drums.
Changing schedule. We are always ready to improvise. Thank you for that music. I didn't know if we were going Led Zeppelin. I didn't know what we were going to do. So just in reading the daily word today, it's very appropriate. It is love. I celebrate love in its many forms. Romance is one beautiful expression of love, but it's not the only one. Today I choose to celebrate love wherever and however it appears. Just as a photographer frames an artful shot, I focus on capturing love as it truly is, always present, endlessly varied, often revealed in the contrast between light and shadow. Knowing all of love, light and shadow, I frame each moment with care, adjusting my perspective to reveal love's beauty. I honor the light that illuminates and seeks the presence of love even in shadow. Love's power prevails, creating contour, contrast, and depth. Today I bring love into focus. I see only love. Look around. Look at your neighbor. I see only love. Our beautiful ones in the balcony, our Zoomies, I see only love. I like that. Go ahead. I see only love and speak with its clarity and warmth wherever I go and to whomever I meet. Colossians 3:14, above all, clothe yourselves with love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. Did you watch the Olympics? In perfect harmony. And so it is. Amen.
I saw the talk title. I don't want to give it away yet, but it's about love, as Reverend Tracey said. I've not written or composed many love songs, but I did write one for Lindsay. Again, I am Lindsay's husband. That's my name. And I was madly in love with her, but we were older. We were in our 30s, and we knew that we were both messy people. I was more messy than she was. So I wrote this song. It's called The Best That We Can. Last night I sat with my demons, sipping tea in the parlor downstairs. I let them all stay until they each had their say, then dismissed them politely with prayers. A partner like you is good reason to hold court with these phantoms within, lest they run about casting shadows of doubt on the life we're about to begin. No one knows better than me that I'm not always easy to love. Yeah, but you hold my hand, you do the best that you can, and as long as we keep showing up, the best that we can is good enough. 'Cause what's left to feel after Cupid stops shooting you straight through the heart? Love becomes real when the cruel hands of time come to tear us apart. So last night you sat with your demons and you swore you saw more around the bend. The path ain't too clear, still I'm so grateful, my dear, to be walking beside my best friend. No one knows better than me that I'm not always easy to love. Yeah, but you hold my hand, you do the best that you can, and the best that we can is good enough. You hold my hand, you do the best that you can, and as long as we keep showing up, the best that you can, the best that I can, the best that we can. Thanks.
You remember when Jeremy was here before, I just kind of made my whole lesson after his song because it was just perfect. Just like this one, we show up the best way we can. And that's what we're looking at today when we're going to look at love. So I invite you now to close those outer eyes and take a nice, gentle breath in and release. Feel this sacred sanctuary. Take another breath in gently and release. For that magical power of three, the divine mind, the divine expression, and the divine manifestation. One more breath in and release. We are fully present now in love. That other word for God, that other word for spirit, highly creative, intellectual being with heart. For the beauty of the unity movement, I will call in Mother Myrtle. We called her the heart, the prayer, the soul of unity. And each one present here, each one over the airwaves, each person coming in the next week or two, we invite you to open that heart space up, to feel deeply within you that connection to all that is. We may stumble along our path, and we are there to pick each other up, to know that whenever we are a little crazy in this world, we know there is something sustainable within each one of us. That beautiful presence of the divine, always ready, open, willing to wrap us in a warm embrace, to let us know we are not alone. No matter what the outer world looks like, we go within first. We say, thank you, Spirit, for that beautiful, all-encompassing love, so we can take it into the world. So in this moment, I invite you, in a few moments of silence, if there's any fear, any conflict in your heart, I invite you to let it relax and breathe into it. Hear the prana, the breath of life. It says, I am with you always. I am with you always. In the silence. We know we can come back to this holy space, this space of wholeness, anytime we choose, any way we choose, quietly in silence or walking a labyrinth or talking to a tree. Go up in the mountains and listen to that amazing water rush down over the granite. Play in the snow, play in the sunshine, whatever calls you in beauty, in grace, in love. We are so grateful for all of it, and so it is. Amen.
Everybody else got a song, you can do it. But I'm just letting you know I got them too. This one's called The Promise. The kindergarten, kindergarten play is where a toddler comes of age. So you told your dad that you'd be taking center stage. He lit up like the moon, his smile came unfurled. He said, of course I'll be there, wouldn't miss it for the world. You believed his pledge was ironclad and couldn't bust, before so many shattered and you lost all sense of trust. But in that precious moment, you couldn't feel much higher. The promise when you're 5 years old is all that you require. Flowers on the trellis, tears in mother's eyes. Bridesmaids matched in dresses more than half of them despise. A dinner fit for harvest with a cake that's 4 feet high. Nothing lasts forever, but you vow you're gonna try. You overheard a whisper between the first and second course, how the best will have their troubles while the rest end in divorce. But in that precious moment, you hold every soul's desire, 'cause the promise on your wedding day is all that you require. There's magic to the dawn right before the sun comes up, like spirit dancing wild just above your coffee cup. A brief and sudden shiver as you step outside the door, shaking off the thoughts that kept you up the night before. You held yourself to others, tossed and turned till you fell flat, but you broke free from your covers and stood up to all of that. Oh, a tired, broken heart still holds your feet up to the fire, 'cause the promise of another day is all that you require. The promise of another day is all that you require.
You can tell when you get a new minister and things change. Everybody's going, when am I up? What's next? What are we doing? We'll get it. We'll get it. Slow and easy, hard and complicated. We'll get it. So in the 70s, maybe the 80s, in the newspaper, when we used to actually receive newspapers, there was a little cartoon. It was a little boy and a little girl, and the caption was, "Love is." Do you remember that? I think it was a little black and white, very simple, nothing complicated. And something in my arena came up about in the last couple of weeks, and I thought, love is messy. Love is messy. It doesn't always look the way we want it to. Sometimes in that light and shadow side, we find the deepest loves. But it's not always easy, and it's often very messy. And when we combine families and cultures, and when there's people that we hold outside of our circle, and we declare and claim that we love everyone, and that we are one, and then somebody does something we don't like. So we look again and we say, love is messy. Love is messy, and yet it is still love, and God is as love God. It's all together in the mixed. So then I was thinking, have you ever just been in the love of the idea of love? Have you ever just thought, oh, I want to be in love? But maybe you really don't. Maybe you're more in love with the idea of being in love. And I thought, for all of us cartoon people, can you imagine little Snow White in her little apron, and she opens the door, and the little birds are singing, and you can see the little heart-like things going around her, and she's so in love with being in love. And then it's not. You know, that partnership that you always craved, he leaves the toilet seat up. She burns the fried chicken. She doesn't even make fried chicken. And we have an opportunity to look at ourselves and say, what really is love? Love is all of it. It's the ups and the downs. It's crazy. It's smooth. I don't even know how my life would be if it was just like this. I feel more like I went up to the waterfalls the other day, the Helen Hunt waterfalls. And so me being a novice to hiking with flat shoes, not a good idea. There's been some snow, there is some ice. But when you get up to that height, you can breathe in that air. And it's so pure. You can taste, I can taste that air. So when I went up there to the stairs and I looked over at the crashing water through the granite, it's one of my favorite sounds. This isn't a light trickle like the world doesn't know what it's doing. This is a gush. Like I am pounding through, I know exactly where I'm going. And I'm hoping someday I will. But it's that beauty, that love of being in love with everything around you and holding that to be sacred. So at some point in our fantasy idea of love, we wake up. Or we might be awakened, especially by our partner who doesn't think we're acting so nice that day. And we think some days I have good days and some days I don't. And can you love all of it? So in October, I was asked to perform a wedding. 2 70-year-olds, and it was their third go-around. And they asked me to do premarital counseling. They have adult children, they have grandchildren, and they know how this works. Maybe. So I said, okay. I went up to the mountain. I said, mountain, tell me, when we go up to the mountain, where are we going? Source, God, Spirit. We're calling in that which is greater and encompassing us. And I said, so what am I going to tell these two beautiful beings who are committing in front of their group of friends and family to do it a third go round? And I thought, wow, let's do something a little playful. So I came up with this game. And when I played the game with them and I wrote down their answers, I used it in their vows because it was not as playful as I thought. It was actually very, very profound. So we're going to play a game. Y'all ready? Yep. I like always. Always is a really good answer. Never is not a good answer, but always is a good answer. So I said, relationships aren't just about making hard decisions, navigating finances, or planning for the future. It's also about laughter, curiosity, and enjoying the little quirks that make each one of us unique. So this game that you are now willing to play is designed to spark joy, deepen connection, and maybe even reveal a few surprises. These prompts invite you to guess, to giggle, and grow closer one blank at a time. I really did use this game with this couple. So get ready to fill in the blanks with love, imagination, and a little bit of mischief. So if you are single and playing this game, I want you to treat yourself or imagine how you might be with a partner, or you can answer this to your higher self. Here's the first question. You ready? If I could splurge on one thing without guilt, it would be a what? Sprinter van. Okay. Give me someone else. If I could splurge on one thing without guilt, it would be ice cream. First class. Oh, yes. You are a woman after my own heart. I am tired of being, do you see this body? I am tired of being squished. I'm like Queen Latifah. That's a big old man in my lap. Give me another one. Oh, a Corvette, of course. Why not? A singles cruise. Nice. Nice. Second question. My idea of a perfect Sunday morning is... Did I hear right here? Thank you. Jeremy might already know this one. The song that best describes our relationship is... You have a song name? It can't be Another One Bites the Dust. Love makes the world go round. She's got the whole world in her hands. Good stuff, good stuff. If I had to live on a deserted island with only you, or if we're by ourselves with only me, the one luxury item I'd bring is music. Anybody want to razor blade those of us in menopause? Just saying. If I had to choose a house for a year with no one but you, where would the location be? Greece? Did I hear Greece? The beach? Deserted island? Do you want some alone time? Do we need to talk? My Thursdays are open. If we could time travel together, I think you'd want to visit. That's beautiful. Her parents who passed away. So just keep this in mind, because this question was the most profound question in our game. And the woman's name, the bride-to-be, her name is Pat. And she said, I would take Bob, the man that she was marrying, back to when I was raising my girls so he could see who I was as a young woman and a mother. I was like, I thought we were going to play a game. This was so serious, and it was so tender and so vulnerable. And Bob said, I would take Pat back to my school days so she could see who I was as I was becoming the man I am today. I use this in their vows. Yeah. This vulnerability, this openness of saying, you know what? Love is messy. And yet this is who I can show up to be for you. And I shared with them, I don't know if anyone has seen the beautiful movie, Shall We Dance? Are you familiar with this movie? So what I love about this movie, Susan Sarandon is the wife. She's married to Richard Gere, and they're doing life, and they're probably in their mid-50s, maybe early 60s, and every day he goes into work. Doesn't even matter what the work is. He's on a train doing kind of the Groundhog Day thing over and over, and he looks up in this window, and he sees J-Lo, right? J-Lo's this beautiful dancer, and he thinks, is there more to life than what I'm doing? So he eventually gets brave enough, and he starts taking ballroom dance lessons. Yeah. Well, he's starting to change at home. Have you ever noticed if you begin to change, things around you begin to change, and people begin to notice that you are changing? So Susan Sarandon thinks he's having an affair. So she hires this detective who is very interested in Susan Sarandon. They go to this bar, and they're having this conversation, and she's beginning to feel a little guilty that she's even thought this about the man that she is committed to, loved, and raised children. So here Susan says, all these promises that we make and we break, why is it you think people get married? And the detective says, passion. And Susan says, no. And the detective says, well, why then do people get married? And she says, because we need a witness to our lives. Was that your song or what? Just beautiful, because we need a witness to our lives. There's 1 billion people on this planet. What does one life really mean? In a marriage, you promise to care about everything, the good, the bad, the terrible, and the mundane, all of it, all the time, every day. You are saying your life will not go unnoticed because I will notice it. Your life will not go unwitnessed because I will be your witness. And that's what I think we're looking at today. In this time of love, this time of coming together, love is messy. And I sign up to be your witness. Whether you know it or not, y'all are signing up to be my witness. I have a beautiful mentor, a wonderful, wonderful minister, and she is a minister of ministers. And she said to me the very first go-round as a senior minister, she said, your congregation may not know it, but they are witnessing the unfolding of your spiritual path as I am witnessing yours. So thank goodness we are messy and we come all tangled up because we signed on to witness each other's lives, to hold that sacred space, to be that loving presence, and to accept all of it. Charles Fillmore says we came to evolve our souls, and we will witness that with each other. And then, of course, I just had to mess this whole thing up talking to y'all because it's all messy. Then in John 13:34, a new command I give you, love one another. Love one another as I have loved you. So therefore, you must love one another. So let us keep carrying that light out as we witness for each other, as we witness our own unfolding on this beautiful spiritual path that I will call love. And let it be messy. Let it be full. Let it be who we are. And so it is. Amen. So at this time, I would like to invite somebody that most of you are very familiar with. I would like to invite Reverend Ahriana up. She has something special that she would like to do for all of us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my friends. Gosh, I haven't seen you in 2 months. It's so good to see your beautiful faces. Today's lesson could not have been more perfect for what we're going to do today. I will tell you this little story. When I talked to Tracey on the phone before she came, she said, do you guys do some kind of minister installation? And I said, well, we're a ceremony group. We do some ceremony. And we can do something if you want to do something. And she said, yeah, let's pick a date. So we picked a date. And I called her before the date and said, hey, that date isn't going to work for me. I've got to change the date. She said, I don't know what you're talking about. She said, I don't remember this conversation. And I just laughed because she left Florida, drove all over the country, sold her house, moved here, did all of that in like 45 days. Yeah. So I'm glad that we had time to wait. So you had a little bit more time to put your feet on the ground and to climb up the mountain. Yeah. We're watching each other on Facebook, so we know about each other's lives. It's good. So I want to share a story with all of you. And Tracey, I'm going to invite you to just sit for a minute, if you would. First of all, we're going to do this little exercise. Some of you were here when I left in 2021 before I came back. And we did an exercise with this stone to unattach our hearts to each other so I could leave clearly. Do you remember that? And so that your hearts would stand stable here until you got a new minister. So I am going to move your hearts today, those of you who attached here. So I want to take 1 minute and ask you, if you were here for that ceremony, to close your eyes, to remember that you put your heart forward to keep your heart connected to this community. And now I ask you to simply release your heart from this stone, bringing all of your energy back to you, and knowing that you'll give it again because that's how love works. But that we might reorganize a little bit now that you have your minister. Just take a deep breath in, call all of your energy to yourself, release. Thank you. I'm going to take this stone home with me today, and I'm going to clear it for 30 days so that anyone else who isn't here will gently have their energy removed and sent back to them. And then I'm going to bring this back to Reverend Tracey so you can repurpose this stone in whatever way comes, and it will, I trust that it will come, so it will go home with me today. Once upon a time, there was a little village that was so small that it didn't have a place on the map. And yet it was a powerful village full of people. And they gathered every season. And in the seasons that were the changes of life, they gathered. There was never a bell. There was never an announcement or a flyer. But somehow the people in the village knew because they were connected to one another. And they knew when it was time to gather, and they would go to the town square, and there the leader would stand. And they would stand together, and she would listen. And sometimes she would teach. And sometimes she would comfort. And sometimes she wasn't certain what she would do. But she would show up, and it would become obvious to her. And on this particular day, as she stood there amongst the people and looked at all of the faces and sat in wonder, as she always did, that they showed up always at the exact moment that she was called to the space, she realized the weight of what she carried. She recognized all the faces and all the hearts and all the stories and the grief that community had had and the moments of joy and the moments of new life and the moments of ending of life. And she recognized in that moment truly the commitment that she had made. And as she stood in silence, prepared for whatever might come that day, an elder stepped forward. And she said to the leader, I have a gift for you. I have a gift for the joy that you spread amongst us, for the way that you listened to us, for your presence. And she handed her a stone heart. And the minister received it and felt the love that was attached to it. And then another from the community stepped forward and she said, this is for the time that you listened when my heart was breaking. And another stepped forward and said, this is because you always make me feel like I can. And another stepped forward and said, when you hold this heart, just remember I'm always with you. And one after another came until her hands were so full she could hardly carry all the hearts, all the love, all the connection. And she took a step back and held them to her heart and received. And interestingly, on that day, she had brought with her a bowl of hearts. Not knowing why she was called to bring them, not knowing what they would be for, but always listening, always open, always prepared. And one by one, she went to the community and she handed each of them a heart. No words, deep connection, but a reminder. And as she did so, a little boy came up and he looked at her and he said, why are we doing this? Why are we giving hearts to each other? And she said, because that's the way love works. Love is given and received and given again and received again and given again. And in that way, we know we are always held. So today, when you came in, you received a heart. If you did not get one, raise your hand, please, so we can make sure. Beth, would you make sure that everyone gets one? And then would you bring that bowl to me? And Zoomies, this bowl that I am receiving has some hearts left in it that are to represent you. So in a moment, I'm going to bring Reverend Tracey up here. And when I do, she is going to receive your heart. She will have received hearts from all of you on Zoom here in the bowl. So I invite you to think into, to feel into, and to love into what you would like to say if you were in this room. And then I invite you to put it in the chat so that Reverend Tracey can read those messages from you later. And those of you who are in the room will have the chance to step up and to hand Reverend Tracey a heart and to speak whatever words are in your heart that you would like her to know. And as that happens, she will receive them. Tracey, if you will come right here, up or
Up or
there,
down?
wherever you are.
Is that easier for
comfortable.
everybody?
There you go. So I'm going to hand these to you, and I'm going to stand next to you so that you can return a heart as people come up. And what I would like is I would like more than anything for you to look deeply into one another's eyes, because this is a beautiful opportunity to blend your hearts. And Jeremy is going to give us a little music, and you may come as you feel called. And I'm going to start with this, and with my sweet love for you and appreciation for what I know you are already doing. I am always here for whatever you need.
Oh. Didn't follow instructions well, did I? Do I give one to him? Okay. I'm glad that you're here with us. And see you. Right. So it is me to you. You know I do. You brought the God dog in my life, thank you. Didn't want to leave yet. You must not be finished. You never know. Thank you. reflect that right back. And we will have many moments to play. Thank you.
So happy that you're here. And I really look forward to getting to know you better. I've already fallen in love with you as a friend. So I'm looking forward to some more adventures with you. I want to take you up to Pikes
I know. So we will go to the mountain together.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Love you too.
Just want to thank you for all the energy and everything it took to come here. And now that you're here, you still have, to establish and get yourself going. But I appreciate that you came here to help us.
But you know, in helping you, you help me.
Say again.
In helping you, you help me. Reciprocity, to give and to receive. Besides, you were a lot of fun.
just a minute. And, oh, one more, come back. Yay.
Synchronicity of this. And
Here you go.
you'll have to have a PhD with that.
So, my friends, thank you for both being here to exchange and to receive, and to exchange and to receive. And I invite you to stay in the witnessing of that, to stay connected to that little symbol that you have. Because that's just a symbol. This is just a symbol. But I want you to notice for a minute that you have one. I ask you to notice that because sometimes in ministry, we forget how many hearts we're holding. And sometimes as congregation, we forget how much our minister holds. So I'm asking you every time you cross paths with the heart you're holding right now, that you stop for a moment and that you say a little personal blessing for your minister. That you hold your, yeah, come on up. Oh, I'm not on mic? I didn't know I turned it off. Oh, well. One more time. So, I'm asking that every time you come across that little heart, that you remember how much is held by your minister, and that you take a moment to send a blessing. Just a kind word, a blast of Reiki, a thought of love or happiness, or the laughter the last time she made you laugh, which will not be the last time she makes you laugh. That you take that moment to give in, because as we charge Tracey's battery, Tracey is able to bring that light back to community. And this is the work. The work of community is the exchange of love, always. So I looked for oil this morning, and the oil that came to me is frankincense. Frankincense, which is the referred to as the king of all oils, because it does everything. So I offer this blessing on behalf of this community, that you are always in receipt of the guidance that is needed in each and every moment, that you feel in your heart the love of this community in the moments that you are uncertain, that the love of this community comes back to you over and over, that your body is strong in ways you can't even imagine, that the strength of your body holds the heart and the immense love so brilliantly that it glows from you and moves through you with ease and grace, and that every step you take is on solid ground, that you are held by the earth, that you are held between the earth and the heavens, and that here on this plane of existence you find everything you need to be all that you are, to do all that you came to do. And I will take this and bless each hand, that because you know one hand is receiving and one hand is giving, So I bless that circuit, that you remain open to receive as you give, so that you are always fully charged and ready to do this work. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is.
So Ahriana said I could say something or I could just hold sacred space. So I invite each one of you to open your hands and online with us as well, because energy is energy everywhere. And feel into this moment. The gifts you're bringing to me, the gifts I am bringing to you. Just hold the sacred space for a moment. And so it is as we let it be. Amen.
If we could now continue this sacred space with our sacred blessing. And Mark, do we have? We will. And as that ushers, could you please come up? And hold your gift to your heart and fill it with grace, love, and peace. Know that it will go out into the world with grace, love, and peace. And serve this community to the fullest with grace, love, and peace. So.
It's from my daughter, Elaine. I saw the moon rise over Mount Cypress. It rose so very fast. I couldn't believe how fast it came around. And I remembered that we're on this rock that spins us very fast. Well, you wouldn't believe how fast it's spinning around. And I'm gonna make you a love so big you won't notice it at all. I'm gonna make you a love so big you won't notice it at all. All the big things go unnoticed, 'cause you are so very small. Feel the energy inside of you. The same thing made the sun, and it hung the star you wished upon tonight. So please remember that you're everything, and everything is one. Yes, you are the star you wished upon tonight. And I'm gonna make you love so big you won't notice it at all. I said that I'm gonna make you love so big you won't notice it at all. All the big things go unnoticed, 'cause you are so very small. Yeah, but you won't stay that way, because you're growing up and you're changing every day.
Jeremy, thank you so much. Thank you. Beautiful music. Reverend Tracey, thank you. Thank you. And Reverend Ahriana, thank you. If there are children today, if the ushers could bring the forth. And we would love to welcome the newcomers today, if we have any newcomers. And we invite you to fill out our visitor form, sign up for our newsletter, or just see us, and come have lunch with us in the fellowship hall. We do enjoy sharing that with everyone each morning. And flowers, the lovely flowers this morning are ones that Phyllis Cahill brought in today for us in honor of Jeff's 80th birthday. Do you mind that? Oh, and also happy birthday to Reverend Tracey. Her birthday is on Tuesday, the 10th. So, and we are, with the youth and the family ministry, we are inviting a few volunteers who feel they would like to serve and support the youth and family ministry. If you are interested in this team, then please see Afra, Dana, Debbie, or contact the Unity office. And let us affirm this together today. We affirm that our children are drawn here in joy and joy. They come with open hearts, curious and guided by spirit. Together, we create a sacred, playful space where young hearts are welcomed. And as they arrive, our community grows brighter and more alive. And so it is. The upcoming events. That's coming. Wait a second. Geesh. You can join Reverend Tracey to explore the Let Them Theory class and learn from the best-selling book, The Let Them Theory, by Mel Robbins. The class starts Tuesday, March 3rd from 10 to 11:30 for 6 weeks. This is an in-person class. The class fee is $120, and that's $20 per class. And the class fee does not include the book, so please purchase the book before the class. We'll have a limited number of books available on the first day of class. If you're paying by credit card, then please use the online registration link available in the newsletter or on our Facebook page. You can drop off cash or check payments in the Unity office during business hours. The Unity annual meeting, the Unity elections, and other board business will be held on Sunday, March 15th, from 12 to 2 in person here in the sanctuary and online via Zoom. No online voting, though. Members and non-members are welcome to attend. Only Unity members, though, can vote on Unity business. So check out the bulletin board, the weekly newsletter, and Unity Facebook for meeting updates. And then after the service, Reverend Ahriana will be signing her book, Sacred Menopause in the Fellowship Hall. I wish I'd had that years ago. Now, happening tonight, what is it? Super Bowl. All right, here we go. That's at 4 p.m. So it's hosted by Steve Smith. And please join us in the Fellowship Hall to watch the game, eat great food, and have a great time with friends. Bring an appetizer to share, if you could. That'd be great. And then just a reminder to check the Unity newsletter, the bulletin boards, and the online calendar, and the Facebook for any updates. And now, please stand for the prayer of protection. Oh, and just one second, because, I thought I saw something about the chaplain. There is a prayer chaplain always available after the service, and that is Jean today in her lovely purple. So she is available. All right.
I am that light. The love of God enfolds us.
I am that love. The power of God protects us. I am that power. The presence of God watches over us. I am that presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Close with a peace song, everybody. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God, our Creator, you be our family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now.